Davis Daniel ready to head number 18 Auburn's weekend rotation at number 5 Ole Miss. For the first time this season, Casey Mize won't be at the top of Auburn's weekend rotation. That distinction will instead go to sophomore right-hander Davis Daniel, who will get the nod in Thursday's series opener on the road at number 5 Ole Miss, 36-13, 13-11 SEC. Making his first start since being pulled from the rotation following a disastrous outing against Mississippi State on April 14. He went back in the shop or the garage and he's been fine-tuning and worked, Auburn coach Butch Thompson said. We feel like he went in and has done some work, and he's ready to come back out and give us a great outing on Thursday to get us started. I'm looking forward to him having a quality start, however we define that. 6 innings or what have you, but we look for him to come out and run through this lineup 2 or 3 times being all put back together and a great story. The reason behind starting Daniel instead of Mize in the series opener was simple for Thompson, who said he wants to keep his junior right-hander on regular rest during these final weeks of the regular season, when both of Auburn's remaining SEC series begin on Thursdays. That will leave Mize, 9-2. 2.25 ERA, as the Friday starter in Game 2 against Ole Miss this week and again next weekend at home against LSU. That puts the ball in the hands of Daniel, 3-3, 5.28, to get this weekend started on the right note for number 18 Auburn, 35-14, 13-11, which finds itself not only in line to host a regional for the first time since 2010 but in the discussion for a national seed and the right to host an NCAA Super Regional for the first time since the format was introduced in 1999. Daniel's sophomore season, however, has not gone as planned. After leading the team in starts as a freshman, Daniel has struggled this year. He made 9 starts, reaching the 5th inning only 3 times, as he had issues developing a quality secondary pitch to complement his fastball. Those struggles came to a head last month against Mississippi State, when he lasted just 3 innings and gave up 6 runs on 7 hits while walking 2. Thompson didn't hesitate to switch up the rotation, moving freshman Tanner Burns up a day into the Saturday slot and relegating Daniel to the bullpen for the better part of a month. I think it was just a couple small adjustments that needed to be made, Daniel said. Some guys you try to make it pitch to pitch. It took me a little longer, but I think we made them and I'm ready to roll. Since being moved to the bullpen, Daniel has made 3 appearances over the last 3 weekends against Alabama, Florida, and Vanderbilt. He was effective in 4 1/3 innings of relief against the Tide but struggled in 1/3 of an inning against the top-ranked Gators. However, the sophomore bounced back in his appearance against the Commodores, throwing 1 scoreless inning while allowing 1 hit and striking out 2 on Sunday. The most promising part of that outing was Daniel's velocity, which crept up to the mid-90s on his fastball after settling in the low 90s for much of the season. I think I want him to pitch that way, even if that shortens his outing. I think that's the best version of himself and what he's been working on, Thompson said. Thompson and pitching coach Steve Smith haven't tweaked with Daniel's mechanics much since his move to the bullpen, but there has been one notable change with the sophomore righty. At the behest of his coaches, Daniel has started to raise his glove side more elevated, which in turn has his arm higher and resulted in him being more aggressive with his pitches, according to Thompson. Daniel said the slight change has helped the ball come out of his hand a little better, ultimately helping with his fastball velocity. Though, that improved velocity also had some to do with his shortened outing on Sunday, but as Thompson said, that's how he wants Daniel to approach Thursday's start as well, even if it means he doesn't get as deep into the game. It will certainly help matters that the Tigers have a fresh bullpen thanks to the combined efforts of Jack Owen and Welby Molchevsky during Tuesday's midweek win against South Alabama. I think Daniel went to 92-93 because of the load he was carrying, especially early in his career, Thompson said. I don't want him to try to pace, I want him to try to end an at-bat on every pitch, go for it on every pitch, get the hand speed going, and it's our job when to call it. I don't want him to have to pace it out. I want them to see him at his best version, as long as that is. I think that's what we will communicate to Davis. It's a challenge that Daniel, who feels confident in the adjustments he has made, is ready to accept head-on as he plans to come out firing on Thursday against the Rebels. This is what I've been working for the last few weeks, making a few adjustments, Daniel said. I'm ready to get back out there and get rolling.